Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Yarn Lane, the only shopping telly in the United Kingdom that is totally and utterly dedicated to everything yarn, whether it be knitting or crochet or amigurumi or all these gorgeous pom-pom making. We cover it all here. So let me introduce you to the website first of all. What you need to do is go to www.yarnlane.com. This is what you will see. Now, first of all, I'll tell you about the money off in a minute. If you click on the Watch Live show, underneath you will see, it's all on pre-order at the moment, but as we introduce it, it will go to a separate column called Show Deals. Everything we've got available in this show, I haven't got all the accessories out, Kat. We'll get those out during the show. It's all about Nicola from Twink Knits, actually, but we've got other bits and bobs. Oh, no, I haven't got those stitch markers, Nicola.
Those are from a while ago, though. So you've only
You take them home. You don't leave them with me. Your hair looks nice this week.
Thank you. I've clipped it up today.
Oh, that's nice. It looks lovely.
Hair straightener from last night.
There's only 4 of those left, so if you want those, click out. Brand new bags and everything. I'll be taking through all of this in a momento. Right. What I need to tell you is we've got a special spend and save day today. Now, if you've already got something in your basket from Sewing Street, it counts as well. So don't worry. You have to start all over again. Basically, check out like you normally do as you go along. As soon as you hit £40 in your basket, what you need to do is put this code in, SS20PC, SS20PC. You put that code in and you'll save £10. Then, if you then go up to £80, it will automatically take £20 off. What you need to do is keep checking out and you need to write Combine My Basket. That's called, isn't it? Oh, what? You don't write it, it's there. You click on, that's Cat, by the way. You click on the, it's one of those days, Nicola. You click on the Combine My Basket box, and so you have to put the code in when you hit 40, but when you get to 80, it will do it automatically, as long as you put the code in, Right, I'm going to go through everything that we've got for sale today before we see Nicola and get on with some knitting, right? Right. Just move these. Right, now, last time we had this one on, it sold out in 10 minutes, so we brought it back for you. It's lovely, this. The original colourway, so here it is. You get the pattern. I don't need to get the pattern out because I've got one open here. It is the Morelands knitting pattern. Beautiful, isn't it? So you get your knitting pattern and you get your 100 grams of lace weight, 800 meters, 100% merino wool, black brie pie, and that creates this beauty. Let me just put it out for you. Lovely, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll talk about how you make it in a second. Look at that. So it had to come back. It sold out in 10 minutes last time. 10 minutes, that's all. So £24.99. If you already got something in your basket, if you've gone over your £40, put the code in. Susan says good afternoon. Glynis says hello. Beautiful, that one, isn't it? Lovely colour, isn't it? Beautiful colour, that one. Okay, so that one's that one. Then, Nicola's favourite colourways, this one here. So this one again, you get the pattern. This one's called Glacier. Mint choc chip is what Kat's thinking. And you can see the one that Nicola's made because she's got it over there. There it is. So now, is that the same knitting pattern as the one before? It looks different in that colour, doesn't it?
It's the same, yeah.
Look, that's lovely, very soft and delicate. That's Nicola's favourite. And then the one I've got on the mannequin here, that one is called Pink Lemonade. Pink Lemonade. Now remember, all of these have been dyed by Nicola and her team. I say her team, her husband, isn't it? Yeah. £24.99. These are speckledy. So you've dyed it yellow and then you've speckledy pinked on it. £24.99. Pink Lemonade. £24.99. And that will make you this one. Hang on. Oh no. There you go. Sorry, I thought I caught it on. There you go. Look. Again, look at the beautiful colourways in there. So that's your Pink Lemonade. Now, at what difficulty level would you say these were, Nicola?
Medium.
Medium.
They're not too hard. If you know your basics, you slip one and you knit two together and you pass slip stitch over, then they are quite fairly simple. I've wrote it down as an 8-row pattern. So,
Perfect.
you know, if somebody's got a pen and a piece of paper like I do, I put 1 to 8 and then I cross every row off as I do it. Well, I cross 2 off and then I know that when I'm doing the row back, it's a purl row. So I usually have a pad at the side of me and just mark 1 to 8.
We'll show you all that in a minute. Anyway, that's Nicola, everyone. If you've not met Nicola before, there she is. She's waving.
I'm waving today.
Waving. Have you had hair extensions?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it looks a different colour and it looks longer.
No.
You had your roots done, is that what
No, I haven't. It's not even done. It's me. It's turned to grey up top.
Oh, no, you look good. You look good.
Hair straighteners on it last night.
The what?
Hair straighteners on it last night.
Is that what it was?
Because it's quite thick and it's
Yeah.
usually out here.
Oh. Anyway, so those are the 3 colourways in that design. We also have this design here. Now, for this one, you need 120 grams of your wool. So look, you get 100 of wild orchid in there. Now, say it's wool, it's a mix, this. This is 78% merino, 20% nylon, 2% sparkle. But look, you get this little 20 gram one there. It's 4-ply wild orchid. The colours are beautiful, aren't they? So this is all... Oh, it's all dyed by Nicola. How do you get the twinkle in there?
I buy it like that.
Oh, you buy it and then
we
you
just,
dye
we
after
just
it's got
dye it
twinkle.
or
Yeah.
speckle it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't, you know, it doesn't take the dye, the sparkle,
It's lovely,
which
isn't
is
it?
really, really nice.
And that makes this one here. Oh, sorry. That makes this one here. It's also got a tassel on it, look, because it's called the tassel shawl. Lovely. It's very lightweight, lovely evening shawl, that one would be. So I've only got this one in 2 colours, right? So I've got it in that colour, which is called Wild Orchid. And then I've got it in dusky pink. There you go, dusky pink. There you get your 100-gram ball and your 20-gram ball, plus your instructions. $27.99, and that makes that one, Paul. There you go. Isn't that lovely? The colours are beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, Paul, just do it for the upstairs camera. There you go. Look at that. So again, that looks easier to knit.
This is absolutely just your basic garter stitch with just a little increase at either side. It's very easy.
And then you have to make your tassels.
And you make your tassels. I've never made tassels before till I made these.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
So you designed one with tassels, then thought I'd better make them.
Yeah.
Okay, other bits and bobs I've got for today. These are brand new. These are brand new. I'll show you this one first, the knitting one first. Beautiful little calico drawstring bag. It's to keep your work, your little project bag in, isn't it? So this is a knitting one. This is knitting one, £14. Add it to your order if it takes you over $4. Do you know what? If you add it to your order and it takes you over £40, you're going to get £10 off anyway, putting the code in, aren't you? You'll get it for £4 then, wouldn't you? It's cute, isn't it? So that's that one. That's your knitting one there. I don't know what the measurements of it are.
I think 35 by something.
35 by something.
Something. They are on. I did give the
Oh,
website.
okay. There's some, but I'll get them for you. So that's the knitting one. 45 by 30 centimetres, that is, obviously. Exclusive to Twink Knits, remember? Right, now this is the other one. You don't get anything in there. We've just shown you this one with board. Crochet. I know. When we looked at the first one going, why are there 2 different ones? And we realised knitting and crochet.
Yeah.
So whichever your project is, if you do both, then you have your knitting one in there, your crochet one there, and you'll never get them muddled up, will you? Oh, no? £14. It's lovely. That's you can smell the calico. I love the smell of calico. £14, and you get this on the front. Now, I've also got to show you these. Oof. Now, there's only 4 of the little flowered ones left. What do you want to do first? Pineapples first. These are your stitch guards.
Stitch markers.
There's your stitch guards. Stitch marker, sorry, stitch marker. You get 4 pineapples for $8.99. Oh no, they're cute, aren't they? Could you make earrings out of them?
You could do. You could just put the ear wire part on.
You could just attach them to anything. You could have them as like an ornament on
necklace
your,
or a brooch.
Yeah. Keychain, $8.99.
Yep.
Now, every time Nicola brings us out these stitch cards, we've not had pineapples before. When she brings them, they sell out straight away. Brand spanking new today. They're cute, aren't they? Add them to your order. Now add them to your order. If it takes you over £40, put the code in, you get £10 off, remember. Then, these are incredible, these ones. These are.
It's a bling.
The shimmer, it's like a mother of pearl, but they're actually textured as well. They're not going to catch on your yarn, are they?
No.
They've just got a lovely, like a mermaid's tail. That's why they're called mermaid scale. Yeah, if you're going to have stitch marks, you might as well have pretty ones, won't you? Aren't they cute? 4 of those for £8.99. Yours won't come on a card. Yours don't come... What?
I do. I put them on cards for people.
You just said to me, oh, it takes me ages to put them on the card on the ribbon.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
no.
You get yours on the card, I take that back.
They come like that, and then I wrap them in tissue paper,
Oh,
and then they go in a box.
£8.99 they are. Beautiful, lovely gift. Now I'm thinking Christmas. I know I shouldn't, but I'm thinking Christmas. Beautiful. Definitely, definitely. Right, I'll go through all of these later, because we could do a bit of a demo now, couldn't we? Right, so what are we going to start on? What are you going to show us first? Oh, she hasn't
I have
decided.
to think about it. We could do the tassels for the tassels.
Okay, I want to know, have you got any knitting for that one or not? Or is that just so
no,
straight?
I have, yeah, look.
Yeah. Can we do some knitting for
We
that
can do
one
some
then first?
knitting.
Yeah,
It's
perfect.
because I'll show you how to do the increase at either side.
Oh, brilliant, 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 brilliant.
That's it. I have to stand back because the needles tap the
Yeah,
table,
now
don't they?
we had, during the week last week, we had 2 sets of, like 2 needle gifts. And one was 30 centimetres long and one was 40 centimetres long. How long are your needles? A third?
We measured them last time, didn't we, against the 30? I think they're slightly longer, 34.
That's right.
But because you get to 250 stitches, you need longer.
You need long needles,
or the circular needles you can use.
But this isn't the whole thing, is it, you're doing? Are you just doing a little sample now?
Well, this will have become the whole thing without out of this, yeah.
Perfect.
But I've just tried cast it on last night, this bit, so just for example.
Fine.
So we knit the first stitch, and then we do our increase, which we knit in the front, and then we don't take it off the needle, and we knit into the,
Okay. Do we increase on every row
Every single row, we just now knit to the end. So it makes...
Oh, so you only had one?
We only had to do it at one end, and then when we come back the other end, we do it on the other side. So we'll knit them. The needles are clipping on the table. So it's just basically knit, stitch, all the way through it. It's the simplest one you can do.
So you just knit all the way along this side?
Yeah.
And when you turn round, you purl back?
No, you don't. You just knit again. But you just do your first stitch is a knit, and then you knit into your front and back, your second stitch. It's an increase.
So there's no pearls at all?
There's no pearls whatsoever.
Can you just lean it a bit further forward? So
I'll have to do it.
You won't be able to do it like that.
No, I won't.
No.
Wait a minute.
Bring it in a bit.
Is that any better?
That's it. That's perfect. Where it is now, you can do it there.
And then, so I'll get to this row and then I'll show you how to do.
Yeah.
But it's the easiest one out of the shawl.
Oh, I think I could do this one.
Do you want to have a go?
No.
I think everybody would like to see you have a go, John.
Yeah, one day.
Chunkier needles and chunkier wool.
Oh, is that what I need to do when I start off?
No. So we just carry on knitting, and then that's the row done. And then, and then we start again, and we do the knit one.
Yeah.
And then we knit into the front.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then we don't take it off.
Take it off because you're increasing.
And we knit into the back, and that gives us your increased stitch.
Right.
And then we just carry on knitting all the way along the row until we've got the maximum number of stitches we need.
Yeah.
It's
and it's how many? 200 and what?
50 stitches.
Does it get heavy or bulky when you?
It gets a lot on it, but I don't like circulars. I like, because I knit with it under my arm, I find it awkward on trying to knit like this. It's more work on my wrist.
Yeah.
I'm more clumsy.
So you'd be sitting down in the armchair on the sofa, would you? Something like that?
I sit on the sofa, yeah, and then I just plod away, watching telly knitting.
You see, I don't understand how you can watch telly at the same time as doing that.
It's just easy. You just know where your stitches are.
So you don't even look down? You're looking at the telly?
Yeah, like this.
No.
Yeah. You just know. It's really... Oh, sometimes I sort of like, half tilt my head down and then glance up, but now you can just...
See, that was like my mum when she used to type. She didn't need to look at the keyboard at all. She could just...
She knows where the letters were
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the keyboard
yeah,
and just look at the screen.
Yeah, and then you get faster and faster and faster, don't you?
Yeah. So...
How fast? Because my nan used to knit like that. She'd watch Coronation Street, whatever.
Oh, I like watching Coronation Street.
And just knit away and not even think about it.
No, this one you don't have to think about it because it's so easy.
Well, no, exactly.
And
Claire took her knitting into the playground yesterday. I don't look at my work if it's stocking stitch. Perfect to be occupied and supervise the kids at the same time.
So then we just do our increase again. So we finished our row, and then we're back to knit one.
What happens if you forget to increase?
Don't worry about it. Just carry on.
Does it not make it into a funny shape?
No. Not if you've done one. If you've done a few, then yeah, you will. But or you can just increase it on the next. You know.
Okay.
Sometimes I've been a stitch out, and by the time I've come to it, I don't know. It's been fine.
So one stitch doesn't make any difference.
One stitch won't make any difference.
And are we starting then at the bottom? Whereabouts?
We're starting at the bottom, the middle part on it.
So where that bottom tassel
is, we start there. But the first row is we cast on our stitches, and then the first row we'll do knit one and increase into the front, knit front and back, knit front and back, and knit one. So it just gives us that little bit of a V at the bottom.
That's all in the pattern, isn't it? Anyway?
That's it. And once you've done that row, it's just the same row. It's a very, if you look at the pattern, it's just very. There's not a lot on it because it's so easy to do.
Oh, hang on, you gave me a pattern.
I gave you a pattern.
I found it.
It's just so.
It's really easy. I'm not going to show it all because I want people to copy it.
2 rows sort of thing.
Yeah. But the colours are beautiful. That's what makes it, isn't it?
It's lovely, that one. It's very sparkly.
Wild Orchid is in the lead. It's so soft as well. Now, do we have to block it when we finish it?
Yes, we block it the same way I usually do. Just block it on the mats I have.
We had some blocking wires this week, which would be brilliant for this one. Because then you just block it totally into its triangle.
So I'll finish this row and then...
Yeah, and then we'll do a tassel.
We'll do a tassel. There won't be a brilliant tassel, as I say, because I've only just made them for the...
Well, excuse me.
I've tried to explain how I've made it as best as I can on the pattern. And there's a little picture as well, what I've done on the, if you turn it over. Just...
Yeah.
So... And then that's that. So let's get in a bit there. So this is like where we start. And then when we block it, see, it'll stretch. It's very, stretchy because...
It's lovely, isn't it? That's it, perfect.
That's it, that's better.
While you're there, before you do the tassel, let's look at the colour of that one. Because that one there...
Is this, oh, yes.
It's called Dusky Pink. But now, so when you got it, the wool, was it white, the wool, or wool, sheep colour?
Sheep colour, cream, yeah. It's more or less the same the colour as the bag. You know,
like
these
natural
bags,
colour.
like natural colour.
Right, and then how have you done this? Did you dye a main colour, or is it all dipped?
Some of it's dipped, the purpley colour or whatever, this one. I'm just going to, and then it's, being speckled.
Yeah. So you dye the whole of the
ball
like that. In the lilac, and then while it's wet, do you then...
sprinkle it on the pink to make the speckle.
And it's all fixed, it's not going to come off, is it?
No, it'll never come off. No. You can put this in the washing machine as well, this one.
Okay.
If you want to wash it in the washing machine, because it's got nylon in it, so it's fine for the washer, but no.
But it's strong, but also the colours won't run or anything.
No, they won't run. I rinse it about 3 times, and then that's a little 20-gram one to go with it. Usually, this will just get your tassels out of it.
Oh, okay.
But you will have a bit left out of this one, maybe.
Brilliant. Jacqueline says, hi, John and Nicola. I've got 2 previous kits from Twink Knits, and the wool is gorgeous. Thank you, Jacqueline. So that one that's the one that you had. That one was called, it's what? Dusky Pink. It's a mix of 80% merino wool, 20% nylon. Oh, now, could I use that to make some socks?
You can make socks out of that one. You can make a hat out of that one. You can make fingerless gloves out of this one.
You did promise you'd do a hat.
I've got them at home for later on shows.
Okay. Don't bring them in September. I'm not here in September.
Make it October then.
Okay. Lovely. So that one's your Dusky Pink, which is beautiful. You like that one best, don't you? Love the Dusky Pink. Then I've got here... I've got the Wild Orchid. Now, this one's got a little bit of twinkle in it, 2% of sparkle in this one as well. It's very, very subtle, so don't be thinking, oh, I don't want a sparkly shawl. It's just got the gentlest.
It doesn't really show up, does it, on camera, this sparkle? It's a shame, really.
You can just see, look, just see a slight... There you go. So there's the. So now, so that was you left that as the natural cream.
Cream
colour
on
then,
this one.
and then you just speckled it with the purple. Or the orchid. Lovely, isn't it?
I don't know if you can. I'm trying to.
Yeah, so everyone's will come out different because your speckles will be in different places all the time, won't they? You don't
Well,
think I'll measure 4 inches down and
Yeah.
speckle. You just
go up and down, and we usually have 3 on a border, and then once we've done 3, turn it, over and 4 times, like this, and then we'll speckle our way down, and then do it next one and next one, and then turn them, so then the top part gets done. And do
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
And then we do the centre, speckle it, and then we do it again, and make sure.
It's up. £27.99. £27.99. If you want to come in to get something else on the web, make up to your £40. Put your code in. There it is. SS20PC. You get your £10 off. So there you go. Right, now we're doing the tassels now. Do the tassel now.
This isn't my one.
Okay.
It would have been helpful if I'd have brought my own. Well,
yeah, it would.
Because it's nice and soft, so I'm having to.
Right.
So what I do is.
What's that? A needle.
Needles, and you don't lose them in little.
Oh yeah, pebble. Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah. So it's what's it like a darning needle? You just put there.
Yeah, there's it's just to thread the wool through. So you thread when I've tied the knot, when I've tied this little bit here, so you just thread it inside and you don't see them. Yeah. You don't have to do it though.
No. But I've got a lovely little knitting accessory kit coming.
Have you got one there?
That might be in there, but we'll carry on with your thing.
So I just wrap. I've got a piece of card. I did mine on, but brought a piece of wood.
like you do.
Like I do. Just so it's. I've lost my end now. Here we go. That's my own silly fault, isn't it?
I think you're going the wrong way.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
No, it doesn't matter because we can just.
No. You must be able to find the end, surely. There it is.
I was getting all organised because it'll just roll all over, see. So I thought if we unravel it all. We can cut that off, though. It's a good job. I've got scissors today. So.
Now, Kat's just asked a good question. When you start knitting, do you have to unwind this hang?
Oh, yes, unwind it like that.
Yeah.
You can either use somebody else's hands.
Yeah.
And then, if I put this one out, there's, I'm going to find it, there's like a little knot there, look.
Right.
Keeps it together. Just slip that off. And then it'll give you one end when you put it over a dining room chair or on a swift.
So you have to rewind it into a ball.
Because otherwise you'll get tangled.
Oh, okay. You do need to put it in a ball.
You do, and just pop it on a chair or somebody else's hands or on a swift.
Oh no, I remember doing that for my nan.
Yes,
you
so
sit
did
like
it.
this for
Sit like this,
hours.
go like
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
And we just unsnip this little end here.
Right.
So it'll give you 2 ends. One will be your last part you'd wind, and then you just gently wind it or on a swift, just spin it.
And that way it doesn't tangle.
It doesn't tangle. Sometimes it does get, it can get. You have to sort of move your ball about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will get a little bit tangled, but not all the time. But wind it into a ball because otherwise you'd be forever.
Good question, Kat. I wouldn't have thought of asking that one.
So we round this round a piece of card 20 times.
Yeah, 20 times.
2.
Sharon says, look forward to seeing you at Yarndale, Nicola.
Oh, yes.
Glennie says, I remember doing that for my mum, holding the ball of wool.
So we wrap that round 20 times.
Right.
And we just...
What number are you up to? Have you done 20 now?
I've done 20-ish.
Yeah.
Snip it off. And I want 2 strands. Doesn't matter what size. So I'll cut the top part.
What?
Cut this part. To make it tassel. I could do with better pointed scissors, couldn't I?
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it like that.
Right.
Put it out flat. Then we just pop that bit over the short, the smaller piece what I've done to get my centre.
Yeah.
And then we tie it into a couple of knots. It's better in the other wool because it is, a bit thick, this.
Yeah.
So I tie 2 or 3 knots. We probably don't need needle if I just... And cut them to, the same size as the other bit.
Oh, it's the tassels, yeah.
To the tassel. And then we fold it over.
Right.
So we're sort of half a tassel. fold it over and then pop that there and pop that on it. So about a few centimetres down.
All right, yeah, yeah.
Like I've done on this one to give you the top part. So then we just tie it.
Is that it?
And that's it. We've got a bigger loop, but I can push it up in a minute. And then we tie it. We don't chop this bit. So this one's, and then we get these and just wrap them round a couple of times.
Right.
Just to make it, just tidy it up a bit. That's it. And then I'll tie another little knot. And then we just use my needle to thread them into the inside so you don't see them. To tidy it up. Just to tidy it up. You don't have to. You can just, chop them to the same length. But it's not showing how neat it is because of the wool's all crinkly.
Yeah. And then how do you attach it to your shawl?
You'll get a piece of thread in a minute.
Okay, sorry. Jumping ahead as usual.
So I'll just thread that through there and, probably just cut that off because I know it'll be easier. It's a bit of a messy tassel, but it's because I haven't got this, it's too far down. So what I'll do is I'll get another piece of thread and I'll fold it over and double it. So I'll fold it over like that.
Right.
And we'll double it through. Wrong end.
Do you want your glasses?
No, I don't need my glasses for this. It's a big eye on this one. So I'll thread. If it was a bit neater at the top, it's very, very messy. I would thread it through there.
Right.
Because I've doubled it over, I'll find my other little loop.
Where's your other loop?
It will come in a minute. Probably because I've not done it long enough. I'll wait a minute. I'll do a bit longer. It's easier.
Both kits are neck and neck now. Wild Orchid in the graphics at the moment. And then Dusky Pink. Do you want to take me out and put Dusky Pink in?
So we'll thread it through again. And then it should work this time like that.
Right.
I've doubled it, got my double loop sailor.
Yeah.
So at that end, I'll just thread the other two ends.
Oh, I see. So you're doing like a little knot.
A little knot.
Yeah.
And then I'll just sew that bit to the end of this end to the end of the shawl.
Yeah.
And attach it.
Yeah. The tassels on the actual thing are much neater, aren't they?
They are neater. Look, I'll make them a little bit neater.
All right then.
I think it's the wool. It's a bit crinkly.
Yeah. Blame the other people. Blame the other sheep.
Yeah. There, look, it's a bit better now, look.
Yeah.
There. So they've quite...
And then you literally just stitch it to...
Just stitch it to the corner of the shawl.
Right.
I can just pull this one on and not stitch it.
Oh, no, don't worry.
No, it'll be fine.
But you can make them as big as... Now, hang on. So the little 20 gram bit, that's to make those, is it?
Yeah.
And that will make 3 of those?
It'll make 3. You probably have, if you want to make them a bit thicker, you can make them...
I was going to say, because some people might want them a little bit thicker than that,
you do have just 20 grams. So we just thread that onto the corner like that, and then we'll just stitch it.
It's easy, yeah.
And that's the tassel. They're a little bit fiddly, but once when you've done it in this one, they'll do look a lot better.
Oh no, they look nice, and also it'll give, because if this didn't, I know they're not heavy, but that end could like kind of lose itself, couldn't it? And you're just giving it a little bit of stability at the end, aren't you? Really, for there. They're lovely and it's perfect for a beginner.
Perfect.
Because it's just knitting. What's it called? Stocking.
Garter stitch.
Garter stitch. What's stocking then?
Pearl, knit 1 row, purl 1 row.
Oh, there you go. That's what I thought you were. So what's this one called?
That's garter stitch.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to confuse you. This is garter stitch.
Plain
all knitting.
All knit.
All knit. And then when you finished it, you dampen it down and then you block it. So you
block it. I block it before I put the tassels on. Tassels go on. I put them on last thing.
Okay, and if you wash it, you rinse it through, do you have to block it again after you've rinsed it through?
I've never washed one.
I
don't wear... I get too hot.
I don't wear shorts.
Well, no, I do like them, but I just get a bit hot.
Okay.
So, but that's a sort of a basic tassel. Just, wrap it round. But it does say in there how to do it.
Yeah, lovely. And it's a nice size as well, because it's going to fit in your handbag, isn't it? 'Cause it's going to fold up when it's, you know, when you first go out, and then if you get just a little bit chilly.
It's nice on like this as well. Look.
What are you doing?
I'm doing mine into a V at front.
Oh, okay.
You do.
I'll do mine this way.
You do yours that way, and I've got mine that way.
Oh, I like yours.
We'll try
like
mine way then.
I'm off to the theatre, darling, with my evenings. Oh, what, Paul? Or flying. How did you do yours then? Just put it like that?
That's it, and wrap it, and it dangles down at either side, which is quite... And then you can have it like that for
Yeah. I don't think it'll work as a face mask, though, Kat, really, because it's got big holes in it. That's beautiful. Right, let me remind you of the two colours before we move on to the next one. This is the Wild Orchid, not Orchard. Orchid. It's lovely, isn't it? It's so soft. I can't tell you how beautiful and soft it is. $27.99 for that one. You get one big ball and one little ball. Wild Orchid, and it's got a little sparkle in it. Very, very gentle sparkle in it, that one. The other one hasn't got a sparkle in it. So that's your Wild Orchid. 78% merino wool, 20% nylon, 2% sparkle, that one. Lovely. Now, we've then got this colour Nicola's been working with, which is called Dusky Pink. It's lovely, isn't it? When it's knitted up, it's sort of like a dusky evening sky, red sky at night, that kind of thing, isn't it? So you get the two balls. This one is 80-20% merino wool nylon. Very good for socks as well. If you don't want to make the shawl, you can make socks out of this. They'd be lovely, wouldn't they? Gorgeous socks in there, like to pad around the house in and everything. $27.99. Got a message from Jan. I do love watching Nicola from Jan in Lancashire. Thank you, Jan. Oh, right. Okay, let's move on to the other style now, which is going to be this one. Sold out in 10 minutes when we had this one last time. This one is called Blackberry Pie, and that makes this.
I'll get the one open.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Open one.
Most popular. See, this would be perfect for the winter. Most popular so far. 100. Well, no, they're lightweight, but in winter, you know, when you just need something just in the collar, just in the collar of your coat, sort of thing, just to take the chill away from there.
They are very, very light.
100% merino wool, beautiful, beautiful and soft. This one, isn't it? There it is. That's what you get 100 gram in this one. And again, everyone's will be different. And also, when you look at it there in the hank. Is that a hank?
Yeah.
It looks quite dark, but when you start knitting it up, it's because there's pale in there as well. Because it looks quite dark like that, doesn't it? But when you knit it up, you can get little patches of cobwebby white in there. Oh, now, Nicola, do you have an angel policy? Like people, if they make these, can they sell them?
Well, I usually put on the pattern not to sell them, but if it's only for small amounts, I don't mind. It's, you know.
So you don't want Debenham. Oh no, Debenham's only this anymore. You don't want John Lewis's making 10,000 of them, that thing. But if Jan made a couple and had them on her stall for a church,
for church fair, that's fine.
Perfect. Just don't make hundreds. Was it Jan? Did you say? Yeah, just don't make hundreds.
That's fine. If it's just for like church, you know.
And what we ask is that you don't give the pattern to somebody else. You say I've made it. The pattern comes from Twink Knits. Go to Twink Knits for the pattern. That's what we ask you to do. And we kind of, it's like in my village we have a little vegetable stall which is an honesty stall. There's nobody minding it. You just go along, you pick your vegetables and you put your money in the tin, right? So it's the same sort of thing as that. You know, Nicola's a small family business. Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's move on. So that one's Blackberry. No.
Yep.
Yeah, Blackberry pie. Let's talk about the one your favourite colour now, which is the greeny grey one.
This one.
This one's called Glacier. 100% merino wool again. Only slightly behind Blackberry Pie. So this one's just dipped, isn't it? Two different colours dipped.
Two different colours, half and half. I like this one.
But it's weird, isn't it, that you don't see stripes in the scarf?
No.
You know what I mean? It's just blends.
It depends how many stitches you've got on. See, if somebody put more stitches on and made it wider, it'll come out totally different to mine.
Oh,
so,
of
but
course,
you can you know, if I don't know if you can see it.
What are you saying, Kat? It's beautiful. The pattern's lovely. It really shows up on that one.
Shows up on this one. That's why I decided to do a lighter one this time to actually show the pattern off.
But it's weird because it's identical to the one I've just had here, but it doesn't look completely different, but it's definitely got a different... Oh, I can see, yeah.
You can see it better if I put it your way, that one. But no, I love the colour of this one.
Yeah. So that one there is just, you've just taken the thing, dipped the green end, dip the grey end, and that's it.
That's it.
How do you stop the colours? Is there a bit where they blend?
It just sort of slightly blends.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll blend more. You just sort of keep your hand there.
But again, everyone's just going to be different.
It sort of fades into it a little bit, doesn't it?
That's lovely.
But it's really nice, this.
Right, that one's really popular. Lots of people just coming in for that one then. And then last but not least, I've got lemonade, pink lemonade. So this one is you dyed it the lemon colour and then splattered it with the pinks.
Pinks, and it's...
Lovely, isn't it? Beautiful. All right, and that makes this one.
Which is totally different again.
Yeah, totally. It's the same knitting, though. It's the same knitting pattern, but it just looks very, very different. Aren't they lovely? Oh, I don't know which one I like best. They're all lovely. Right, can you show us a bit of knitting on that one?
On this one, I can do. It's just, it's an 8-row pattern.
It's a what?
8-row pattern.
8-row pattern.
And... switch needles, look. And
so Nicola's going to use a different yarn to the ones you've got in your
I just sort of put a little bit on my needles, as you do.
Yeah.
But
graphic stuff for Glacier, which is the mint and grey one, yeah.
So we just
don't forget your code. Don't forget to use your code.
I've put all the abbreviations. I put the abbreviations on the pattern. So if anybody, because you know you don't want to be writing all of it out.
Yeah.
You know, like you slip one, knit two together, or your PPSO, but it means pass, slip, stitch over. So we start off with a pearl row. So we just do our pearl. And I need to lean forward, or are we all right?
How many 4mm needles you need? Is there a, you know how when you're knitting a jumper, you have to do a tension square?
You don't need to do a tension square. If it's really, really tight, I'd go up a size needle to a 4.5. I knit really loose.
Yeah.
So somebody who knits tight, it'll shrink it, you know, by the size. But when you block it, it does actually, it's really, really, it's quite stretchy a lot.
Yeah.
Which even opens the pattern even more.
I've got size 4mm needles here. Which ones are you showing, Cax? I've got 3 sets of them. Oh, these ones here. These here. I've got them in the 40cm length there, which you might need because you got 200... No,
you haven't.
No.
You've got 81 stitches.
Oh, you only got 81
so
stitches. You don't need the long ones on this then.
You'll get away with
were they done on
4.5 millimetres
They
long.
were 4.5, were they?
That's where you need your 250 stitches on them, or a circular.
Okay.
These are just straight.
Here's the shorter ones then. These are better for this one. The 30, are these 30 centimetres long? Ending 80. Yeah. $3.99. And then Nicola doesn't like these, but lots of people do.
You can knit your scarves on those. You just turn it around. Just use it as an ordinary pair of needles.
Yeah. They're $4.99 those. Add it to your order if you need to make it up to £40. Anyway, look. We've also got this. This is brilliant. Right, I'm going to open this. Sorry, Nicola, I've taken it.
That's all right.
You hang on there a minute, girl, and I'll be with you in a minute. Oh, I can't open the bag.
Got my scissors.
I always have issues with these bags. Right, got it. Oh, I'll have to keep this one. I've ripped the bag. Right, in here. Oh, it's inside another pouch. Oh, no, it's a little pouch. Oh, how brilliant is this? Oh, Nicola, you might need to help me with these. So, I've got here...
Oh, you've got your rubber bits, but tips for your needles.
What?
Those purple.
That. They go on the end of your needles.
And they go on the end of your needles.
Oh, to stop the stitches falling
coming off. So if you're transferring it into your
So if you've got it inside there...
With your socks, I tend to, with my little circulars, I tend to put mine on top so that when I put them inside the bag, they just don't come off.
Oh, brilliant. So you've got a large pair in purple and a small pair in green. Then I've got this thing here, which is your knitting needle sizer.
Yeah, you put your knitting needles through it and get your size.
Tape measure. Then in here, I've got a bodkin, two.
Oh, then for when you're doing, you know, changing colour work, you know, when you've got fair isles and you're weaving it in,
everything. And the stitch guide there.
Stitch markers.
Stitch marker. Then these are when you're doing cable.
No, they're not. They're to put you need, you know, when you're doing a jumper and it says cast off so many either side and leave the centre part on one of them. It's just a...
Okay, that's what what's it called? What they called then? Is it a stitch holder?
Stitch holder, it's a longer type one.
Yeah, stitch holder.
So you can
then
get
I've got some little orange... What's that?
Oh, it's a row counter. But I use a notepad and a pen.
Yeah, exactly.
I forget to turn it if I carried on knitting with
that. But you could put it on your needle, could you?
You put it on end of your needle, and then every time you've done a row, you just move it. But I like my pen and pad at the side of me.
Yeah.
I forget to turn it if I had one, but people do use them.
Yeah, it's in there. I showed that. There's your tapestry needle and your bodkin in there.
Oh, you've got needles?
Yeah, got the tape measure. If you've not been watching your screen, Kat, if you're not watching your screen, I put those in. 19.99, 19.99. Add it to your order. Add it to your order. Right. So now, Nicola, sorry, I took that away from you. So
okay.
what do we do?
Right. We've done our pearl row at the beginning of the pattern, and then every other row is a pearl row. So there's only really 4 patterns of, you know, lacy bits or little bits to different, because the pearl rows are quite easy for people. So this one, I've done the knit forward, knit 1, yarn forward, and then we knit the 3. So it gives us to make the little hole, which is like that. It's just says, so we've made a hole.
But a hole that's not going to run.
It's not going to run because we're going to finish it off, you know, when you do it on the back way.
Yeah.
So it's one of these, what we're doing.
Right.
You know, so we knit 3, then we slip 1.
Right.
Onto the right hand needle, and from the left hand needle we knit 2 together. Knit 2 together, and the stitch what we slipped we pass it over, and that gives you that little bit here. This little
hang on.
this
Let's
little
just try
bit.
to your upstairs camera, and then we can look at that.
This little bit
Can you
here.
just pull it to your right a little bit, Nicola, so you can see it there? You go.
So it'll give you this bit. So we've just done our hole, and then the slip 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over. Always, you can see it where you've just passed the stitch over, and it's all up the centre, all the way up.
It's brilliant, just the shape. It's kind of like
arches,
isn't it?
So then we'll knit 3 again.
Yeah.
And then when we've knit 3, we're doing another, making like a little hole. Yarn forward, knit 1. So this one is made. Can you see it's made our hole?
Yeah. Put it lie it onto the table like that, and then we can see it then.
And see we've made our hole there.
Hang on, he's coming to you now. There you go, perfect.
Which is the extra stitch to make the hole.
Yeah.
So when we do, we'll just knit to end because I've just put so many on.
Yeah.
Then when we come back the other way, it'll be a hole, but it won't be a hole. What you haven't dropped a stitch.
It'll be a hole, but it won't be a hole.
Yeah, if you drop a stitch and it goes all the way down, you've basically made a hole, and you have to rip it back.
Yeah, but this way you're going to seal the hole, so it doesn't run anywhere.
Yeah, so we just do our pearl row back again.
Yeah.
So, and this is the one what we did the yarn forwards for, because it looks bigger. You can tell when you've done it, and then we just knit it pearl it as what we would normally do.
Right.
And then there's another one in a minute. So that
Glacier and Blackberry now neck and neck, leaving pink champagne. No, it's not pink champagne. Pink lemonade. Now, Christine said she would call it rhubarb and custard.
So there we've made our little holes.
Hang on, we're just coming in.
I'll pop it down probably.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
it.
Yeah. But this is where blocking will show that eventually.
It'll show it, and it's quite stretchy.
Yeah.
And where we did the past slip stitch over bit, you can see it. It's creased over the other stitch, you know, to it. So we just do the 8-row pattern, and it's just, you know, it'll do it again.
So you do all 8 rows, and then you start again from the beginning.
And start again. So you just
there's no
shaping. It's just basically.
It's just the same amount of stitches all the time.
There's no increases, and it's fairly simple.
Yeah.
Until whatever.
It just looks difficult, doesn't it?
It looks
actually,
difficult.
if you know how to do those
4 rows is just pearl, so there's only really 4 with the yarn over, knit 2 together. But because the way I've done it, I've wrote 1 to 8 out and wrote it out, typed it out, 8 rows.
Yeah.
So if you follow the pattern and it gives you the abbreviations at the top, you shouldn't go wrong.
No, exactly.
It should be ideal for somebody who wants to start.
Somebody who's not maybe their first project. Do this as your first project, and then do this as your second or third one. Can you do that watching Coronation Street then? Because you've got your yarn overs and your drop.
Once I've got the pattern into my head, maybe I can, but I'll keep constantly cheek checking.
Well, you'll have your notepad there anyway.
I'll mark my rows off. Yeah, I have my notepad on arm at sofa and my pen and mark my rows off, because otherwise, I'll forget which row I'm on.
Exactly.
And then you'll see you've gone wrong. I mean, sometimes I have. You know, when I put it down and I've marked a row off and then not done that row and I've gone wandering off.
Don't mark it off till you've done it, girl.
And
That's
then
what you have to do.
I've done it a few times and then I had to pull it back, but no. But it's very...
Glacier's gone into the lead now. Glacier's gone into the lead. Right, now if you are starting these projects, you'll need a project bag. So we're doing knitting today, so I'm going to show you the knitting one first. These are neck and neck, the crochet and the knitting are neck and neck. £14. Oh, people are multiplying now. Buy 4. No, 4. No, buy 3, that's 10. Oh, no, sorry, Kat. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, talk about math. Sorry, my bad. 14, 28, 30, 42, yeah. Sorry, I'm tired. So you buy 3 of these, put the code in, you get £10 off. SS20PC is your code. These are exclusive to Twink Knits. Right, that's the knitting version. This is the crochet one. You can buy 3 of these. Buy 3 of these.
It holds quite a bit. You could actually probably get, if you were knitting a jumper, you'd get it probably in there.
I mean, obviously you're not getting all this in it. It's got loads.
It holds 9 of mine in there because I forgot to bring them and I had to borrow yours out there.
Oh, I thought they looked familiar. Yeah. £14. Buy 3. Takes you over the £40. If you buy one of Nicola's projects, one of these, is that taking you over your £40? Yeah. I'm just thinking, just helping you, because if you spend over £40, say you spend £41, put the code in, you'll get £10 off. Or if you bought some things on Same Street, just add it to it. It's just, you know, just telling you for your own good. Right, so there are your 2 project bags. I've also got stitch markers. Oh, Mermaid's way in the lead. Beautiful, aren't they? Look, they're even in the shape of mermaid. Look, you can see, even in the shape of mermaid scales there. £8.99 for 4. No mermaids were harmed in the making of these. Oh, okay, so, blackberry pie. Oh, no, I do orchid. Right, so now, if you're making orchids, you buy these. Kat wouldn't take them off. She'd just link them onto where the tassels are at the bottom and have these on the bottom of there. They'd be nice, wouldn't they? Nice. Buy 3 or 4 and do the whole hem on them. That'd be lovely. Anyway, that's that one. And then pineapples. The pineapple ones. There you go, pineapple. 4 of them for £8.99. Fabulous. Check out on your baskets on those. Have I got what? I've got, they're not holders, they're things for putting
shawl pins.
The what?
Shawl pins.
Shawl pins, thank you. Glad you're here, because I'm rubbish at this. Right, heart one there. Very quickly. Knit Pro. £9.49. Add it to your order. Flora shawl pin. Love, that one's called. I'll be so glad when Kat gets some food. She's had so much coffee this morning and sugar. Blackberry pie's gone back in the lead. Neck and neck. Right, so that's that one. That's £9.49. Then I've got the flower one. This is called Blossom. I have a friend called Blossom. She lives in Australia now. £9.49. Now, I presume they just
stick
pin them through.
Yeah.
When you've got your shawl round, you just pin them through. But then these, I like this one. So I've got 2. I've got the one that ends 03, Garnet. Oh, no, they're both called Garnet. Rose, this one's called. How does that work then? You push it in and out, in and out. Yeah, in and out. £6.49, that is. That one's called Rose. And then I've also got it in lilac. It's funny because there's no lilac in there, but that would look lovely with the dusky pink, wouldn't it, that one?
With that one.
Oh, it's only $5.99, that one. Beautiful. From Knit Pro. Add it to your order. You'll be sick of me saying that. I do apologise. Now, if you want to go to the website, and if you say got $27.99 in your basket and you think, oh, I don't need anything else on the show, go to the Yarn Lane website, buy some yarn, buy a book, buy a pattern, take it up to the over 40. Look, there you go. There's the yarn, the kits, the needles and hooks, the patterns and books. Oh, actually. Oh, Christmas Makes. There's Christmas Makes on there as well. Anyway, Christmas. I was going to say Christmas Makes. Oh, there's nothing in Christmas Makes. Empty. Like Paul's Christmas, he says. Right. Right. Let's do a recap of the whole thing. So we've only got a couple of minutes left. So back to being neck and neck. So let's do blackberry pie first of all. That's what we've just seen being made there. So you get the hank of the wool. Now this is 100 grams lace weight, 100% merino wool blackberry pie. That makes this. That makes this one. And just keep that there, Nicola. We'll have a look at yours. There it is, open. It's lovely, isn't it? Dyed by Nicola and her husband. $24.99. You get the pattern and you get the yarn. You will need size 4 knitting needles. Is that right? 4 millimetre knitting
4 millimetres.
4 millimetre
straight.
knitting needles. A what?
Straight needles.
Straight needles, right? So that one goes there and that one goes there. Loads in baskets. Please make sure you check out. Please make sure you check out. Lots of people are leaving things in their baskets today. Then we've got this one, which is Nicola's favourite, which is called Glacier, which is a different type of dye. This is dip dye. Half of it's green, half of it's grey. There you go. Yeah.
There's 800 metres as well in the
800 metres.
Metres, it's quite a lot.
Yeah. It's frightening to think you're gonna knit 800 metres worth, isn't it? Anyway, $24.99. That one's $24.99. And then last but not least, the one that's not as popular, surprising. Then you got the pink lemonade. So you get your ball, your instructions, and there's your scarf. And then there's your hank of wool. Beautiful. Imagine those lovely uplifting colours in winter. I know it's a lightweight scarf, but it's really just to fill in your collar, and just when you're leaving the house and everything. Right, then these. Oh, hang on, what has that got there? 2 different colourways. I've got Orchid first of all. Wild Orchid. So you get 120 grams in this one. 120 grams of the yarn, £27.99, plus your instructions.
And it's sparkly.
And it's sparkly. Yeah, so in this one, you've got 78% merino, 20% nylon, 2% sparkle.
Well, I can see a bit there now.
Only tiny, you can only just see it on the telly. It's a really subtle little sparkle in there. Perfect for beginners. It's only knit stitch. That's all it is. All you have to do is increase and decrease. No, increase.
Just increase.
You just have to increase. You have to decrease. $27.99. A present for a friend who wants to start knitting, or you could knit it for them. Beautiful. Right. And then, last but not least, we've got Dusky Pink. Again, you get the 2 balls here. This knits up so beautifully. The colour of that finished shawl is lovely.
Nice, isn't it, this one?
Perfect.
And
that's your yarn there, and that's how it knits up. Oh, here we go. Cat's going off. That's for every age, that teenager or older or an old person like you, John. $27.99. Twink Knits Dusky Pink V Tassel Scarf. Instructions and yarn you get in that one there. Right, I've got to go. Is there anyone? Oh, no. What should I do? What should I do? What am I doing? Project bag, okay. Crochet project bag, very quickly before we go. £14. Buy 3 and you get £10 off. Put the code in, you get the £10 off. That's the crochet one. We also have a knitting version. There you go. Yarn Lane is back on Monday with Rebecca Reed. with Yarn Lane. Oh, she'll have picked all the best things for her show. She's got Yarn Lane favourites. She'll have all her favourite things in that hour. There isn't one next Wednesday, by the way, just so you know. There isn't one next Wednesday. It's Paul producing that day. It's because he wants to do sewing machines again, that's fine. Anyway, everything else, make sure you check out on the basket. Please, please, please check out. Combine your order. Click on combine your order to get your £40 off. Nicola, thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
in to see
Thanks
us.
for having me.
I'm sure you've got extensions in, but there you go. Well, it's never normally looks that long. Maybe she's had a growth spurt. Maybe she has. Anyway, Nicola will be back in a few weeks' time, I presume.
Another month, I think.
Oh, a month away. And she's not doing the hat in September because I won't be here.
No.
All right, I will see you tomorrow morning on Sewing Street. Use your code. Check out Cat's going on and on and on in my ear. Use your code. It's only for your good. It's for your good. SS20PC. I will see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning on Sewing Street. Bye.